This question is an exponential function question because the exponent is where the variable is, t, and this is about a rumor spreading through teenagers. And the first question you're asked is to find out how many teenagers started the rumor, and that's always when t is 0. And so basically 1.81 to the power of 0.7 times 0 is 0. So we have 2 times 1.81 to the power of 0, which is 1, and that's 2. This question really should be done on your calculator, and so we put the equation into your calculator, and from there I would go to the table and be able to look up the value of 0. And at 0, we can see that the value is 2, confirming the math that we did. Part B says write down the number of teenagers, and the fact that it says write down and that it's only a 1-mark question means that all you're expected to do is write down what your calculator tells you. And at 5 hours, the number of students is 15.95. And the IB actually allows you to have 2 answers here. They did give one choice to say that it is 16, and sorry, it should be N for the number of teenagers, not T for time, or 15 because not a whole 16th person had heard the rumor. So both of those answers were acceptable. And then we move on to part C. Determine the length of time for 150 teenagers to hear the rumor, giving your answer correct to the nearest minute, and that will take a little bit of work when we get there, and it will be important. That's going to be one of the marks that you have. So once again, write to the calculator, and there's 2 approaches that we can do for this. We could look at the table and see if we can find 150 teenagers, and when we scroll down we see that at 10 it's 127, and 11 it's 192. So somewhere in between 10 and 11 hours 150 teenagers had heard the rumor. But we have to be more precise, so the way to get that is to type in 150 as an equation. What we're going to be looking for is where these 2 graphs intersect. And I just go and check my window, make sure that I see what I want, and I know that the time is between 10 and 11 hours, so I want my X maximum to at least show me 11 hours, and I know that we're going up to 150 students, so I want to be at least 150, and that's how I decide to set my window. And now I look at the graph, and we will see that there is an intersection. And quickly, the steps to find the intersection is to second calculate, number 5, and the first curve is the first equation. We just need to get our cursor close to where we think they intersect and hit enter a couple of times. So we think they intersect there, and what we find out is that it's 10.3953, and we're going to write that down. So it was 10.395. Now to the nearest minute, 0.395 is not the nearest minute. That's 395 thousandths of an hour. 10 is 10 whole hours, but we need to convert that decimal part into minutes. And the simplest way to do that is to take that decimal part, the 0.395, and there's 60 minutes in an hour, so we're going to times that by 60 to convert our hours or our decimal into minutes. When we do that, we come up with something like 23.7. They want it to the nearest minute, so that makes it 24.